All right. We're live, I think. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no, is it not showing the game? Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. Some quick technical difficulties. Let's see. How do we get this thing to display properly? If I do, I'm trying to change this so that in a way that doesn't, just show off information that I don't want it to. So I do this, and I do this. Okay, and go back here. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. It's not capturing. It's not capturing the game. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Let me see. I assume no one in chat can see the game right now either. Change it to this. Will it show? No, it will not. Display capture, let's go. Yeah, black screen. Yeah, I'm fixing it. I wonder if it's because of this. No, that's not it's not working at all. All right, here we go. We'll make a new game capture thing. Sure, game capture 2. Show me specific window. Warhammer 3. Come on. You know what? Today it's just me. Today it's just me apparently. Is this gonna work? No, what is this? Let me just restart Warhammer. That might be the issue. That might be the issue. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is happening. We'll get there eventually though. Alright, continue campaign, and then after it boots up, it should work. It should work. That happens when you first time in your life start stream. I'm not sure if I follow that exactly, but let's see. I wonder if it's just if it's like way out of my screen or something. Let's see. Capture cursor. Anti-cheat compatibility hook. What is that? What else do we have? Capture third-party overlays such as stream. Okay, yeah, it's just for whatever reason it's just not. All right. Well, if we go over to capture any full screen application, does that work? What's going on? Is it working for? Oh, I think I know why. Guys. And it's a silly reason. It's I think it's because I had, yeah, there we go. It's because I had the other Streamlabs open. That's why OBS was hogging the Warhammer. That was my problem. Yeah, so if I reopen OBS, then we should be good. Any plans for Easter? I'm in Canada, so I think Easter here is different. Maybe I'm wrong. Canada, Easter. No, it's coming up. I don't know my holidays. You know, I've lost all sense of holidays, really. Just because of, what was it? There was one holiday that was different in Canada. Anyways, yeah, I'm not doing any celebrations. I'm just gonna be chilling. Just sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying making Warhammer content, more or less. Alright, now, what do we got here? We got some Skaven. We got very few frames for whatever reason, but should be fine. And, what, isn't Easter based on the moon? Is the moon different in Canada? Well, I don't know how Easter is based. Don't judge. I bet it's Canada Day. Please, guys, please. You know, I guess I do deserve this. Feel free. Just lay it on me, guys. Alright, here's the plan. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick up a bunch of scrap launchers. Gonna get rid of these goblins. Oh, my bad. Gnoblars. Very big difference. and then we're going to replace them with scrap launchers, and then that way this army can be completely decked out in its almost a doom stack form, and then it should be pretty chill from there. We want to take out the Skaven, we want to take out the enemy ogre factions, and then we want to start the proper war against Cathay, which should be very fun. Yes, that's right. This is not Age of Mythology. Okie dokie. Now, I don't want rebellions. We're going to go for this building. Get those rebellions out of here. And then I think we're basically good to go. Nice. All right. Finally. Finally, we're able to get into the stream after mild technical difficulties. Whew. Hey, McWriterface. Hello. Oh, darn it. I forgot. There was a thing I wanted to do. There's a thing I wanted to do earlier before the stream setup. I wanted to rename all the Gnoblars after my members, but I guess I can do that after this battle. What is this? This is a rebellion. They're attacking my camp. Perfectly fine. We almost defended it with half the number of Gnoblars, so this time it should be very easy, I think. Happy maple syrup in the face day. Our secret Canadian traditions being revealed in chat. Okay, McWriter face. There we go. Yeah, we'll get you in as one of the Gnoblars, and then I guess the plan is anytime any of the members show up in chat, we'll get a Gnoblar named after you, only for you to be promptly killed immediately after. Do you wanna be a scrap launcher unit, or do you wanna be like a unit of trappers? Both are very high positions within the ogre ranks. You know, you have the #1 best unit and the number two best unit, the second best unit, as some people would say it. Oh my gosh, it's been it hasn't even been a long day. I've just been, I don't know what's up with me today. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna be taking it mostly easy today, I think. Because I do have more videos and stuff to get done and whatnot. New viewer here. Oh, sick. How did you come across the channel, man? Okay, no. Sorry, I thought it was Abershrek for a second. Almost had me terrified. But yeah. How'd you find the channel? Was it like the recent videos or something else? All right, and then we'll get a scrap launch on each of these choke points. Scrap launcher faux show. All right, McWriterface. It will be done. If I forget, feel free to remind me. Oh, I forgot to build my towers. Oh no. Let's. Oh, we don't have supplies. Whoops. Yeah, good old YouTube recommendations doing me good. Oh, all right. You should rename it to Abershrek just for the memes. Okay, but yeah. So like right now I'm planning to get a pretty consistent stream schedule going. I would love to be able to stream on a consistent basis on basically every weekday. I don't know how long I can keep that up, but I'm thinking if I can keep the streams nice and short and pretty modest, I don't think it should be too much of a problem. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because if you also include the multiplayer stuff that I really want to dig back into, I start running out of time. But then again, if I'm playing less Elden Ring nowadays, I should, in theory, have a lot more time than I did before. Actually watched a couple of videos. Hey, sick. Yeah, I have a niche within a niche. So it's the content itself isn't like super niche. A lot of people will watch stuff that is sort of like the how do you describe it? Like what's that guy that does Age of Empires content? It's like Age of Empires, but like he basically does the same stuff as me. I can't believe I forgot his name. I always forget names on stream. You guys will get used to this. But I'm sure someone in chat will know.
I'm the boss.
But yeah, it's sort of weird that Warhammer 3 is considered pretty niche right now, as in theory it's one of the bigger releases last month. But yeah, scrap launchers. That's right. It has Gnoblar in the name. We finally got there. Yeah, like Turin. Yeah, totally. Aussie Drongo. No, not Aussie Drongo. It's he. What's it? It's the Age of Empires guy that he also does like a bunch of graphs and stuff. Also, these scrap launchers are insane. Did you just see that shot? That was huge. Yeah, Elden Ring happened. All games became small after Elden Ring happened. Yeah, I totally forgot the Age of Empires guy, but you know what? We'll get back to him later. It was like, oh man, this is gonna bother me forever. Spirit of the Law, thank you, Hammond, saving me from my turmoil. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 100% Spirit of the Law. He's great. A lot of my content just happened to be very similar to his, but actually, I don't think my content was properly inspired by him. Actually, it was just sort of happenstance. Although I was watching him before I started doing YouTube, so yeah, AoE 2. Oh yeah, I guess there is that distinction. He did Age of Empires 4 for a bit, but then I think he's doing more Age of Empires 2 stuff now. I haven't been able to play a lot of Age of Empires, so I just haven't kept up with him at all. Yeah, you also watch him and don't play Age of Empires 2? Yeah, that's the really weird thing. Just watching content for games that you don't play. I think it's probably a lot more common than I would expect. Cause like I know I do a lot of that. You know, just sit back, relax, and watch a game that I never planned to play. I don't know what about it is so appealing. Maybe it's just like the video quality's too good. Like just their editing. You're there just to hear them talk. I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely one of the big things I do in my free time. Although right now, so I still watch a lot of Rust content. Would be super excited to get back into that game as soon as I can find myself some time. But the sad thing is that I can't turn that into content. You know, you really want to be efficient with your time as a content creator. Maybe in another life, if Warhammer just completely shuts down, CA stops releasing patches, there's no more Total War games, maybe I'll just become a Rust content creator. It's like way past the prime time of Rust. Like all the big streamers are not streaming that game anymore. But maybe I'll do it just for the fun of it. Although then again, even so, right? Isn't Rust still like pretty big in terms of YouTube content? I feel like I see the Rust videos and people are getting crazy high views. Not that I plan to switch to Rust anytime soon. You like to relax when other people struggle? Not a bad pastime. Not a terrible pastime. In fact, that is most media nowadays, isn't it? Okay, nice. So I think we did manage to win this. It was still a little bit close. It's like a little bit sketchy, but we still managed it. Let's slow these guys down just so they cap this point a bit slower. Okay, nice. And I think that should be army losses. Sweet. Okay, not sketchy in the slightest. Easiest rebellion I've ever fought in my life. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be the whole campaign, actually, now that I think about it. But hey, we successfully defended with only Gnoblars and one ogre. And then once we actually jump on in, we can get one of these. We can get one of them scrap launchers renamed for you. Enticity, do you think there's a chance that Warhammer 3 support stops like 3 Kingdoms? I would say highly unlikely. At least in the short term. Oh dang, okay. Well, dare I? I think we do. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I think if you say like Three Kingdoms got a lot of support for a long time. I feel like Warhammer support's going to last longer than Three Kingdoms, almost for sure. I would say I'm quite confident in that. The reason is because very likely they can get a lot of sales. Like, even though launch was like a little bit sketchy, I don't think it's bad enough where they wouldn't be able to make a lot of sales. But it all depends, right, on how the player base changes with the first DLC and so on. But like, but generally Warhammer is pretty big, and we're not even including people that are playing on Epic right now. Because here's the thing. Everyone's talking about the Steam player charts, but on Epic, like, the game is free there, right? Or no, was it Epic? No, it wasn't Epic. Well, actually, no. There's Epic, and then there was like, what's it? There's like Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass or whatever, right? There's that too. I don't know if that's Steam or not, but like, there's a lot more people than just Steam. Obviously, I think Warhammer could be bigger, but I'm not sweating too hard about it. But you know, we'll see. If it does stop getting support, it means that they'll just move on to the next game. And like, the next really big Total War title in my mind is Total War 40K, and that one's gonna be pretty hype, right? As long as that's on its way, I'm also not really too worried. Oh yeah, so here's the thing about these buildings. Basically everything here and here is completely useless, so I only need to build from these sections. And I guess we'll just stick with casualty replenishment. Troy got a few. Yeah, it was Troy that got a lot of that, but yeah, I don't think, like, we haven't even hit our first patch yet. For sure, Creative Assembly is going to put out patches for, like, sorry, I'm just figuring out what I want to do here. For sure, we're going to get Immortal Empires, and I think even if they stop at Immortal Empires, like, that would essentially be getting Three Kingdomed, I guess. If they release a few DLCs, Immortal Empires, and then it ends there. But even so, that's still a good amount of support. It wouldn't be like the years of support that Warhammer 2 got, but like, I think we have a lot of time to see if Warhammer 3 is good enough to get a ton of DLCs. But yeah, I'm not worried at all. Not in the slightest. Okay, I think that was a pretty good turn for us. Three Kingdoms was really great. If you think about it, Three Kingdoms losing support, it's less so what that they want to be friends because I'm at war with Cathay. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, the thing about Three Kingdoms that is interesting is that it got a lot more support than many of the other Total War games that did release. If you compare it to something like, if you compare it to Troy, for example, right? You know, people don't even talk about Troy. They're not even like, man, do you think Warhammer's gonna get Troyed? Because Troy is just so far down the list, right? Three Kingdoms was the exception to the rule. Warhammer 2, right, or the Warhammer series as a whole, was super successful and also an exception. So, you know, it sort of depends. I think, but yeah, it really depends, right? Like, if we're not buying the DLCs, then it's probably a sign that we're not that interested anyways in the game, but yeah. Would love a Total War Middle Earth. That'd probably be super expensive to get the IP. Like, I think a lot of people would really love it, but what's it? Don't they charge a lot for Middle Earth, like for you to make Middle Earth games? That's like super locked down, if I remember correctly. But yeah, anyways, as long as, I think, like, it's hard to imagine Warhammer 3 not being as great as you know, or like not even being close to as great as Warhammer 2. But then again, you could also look at Warhammer 2, right? Towards the end of its life cycle, it was not getting DLCs as often as it was before. So if you think about it that way, right? Maybe Warhammer 2 was already on the the downhill slope, you know? And then if that's the case, then that's a different problem, right? Because that means Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3 both would have basically ended up dying. Who knows? Who knows? But that's sort of out of my control, right? There's not really much to do about it, other than to you know, like sit and worry. But that's not really that doesn't really help. So I'll just sort of roll with the punches. And my plans extend up to Immortal Empires at the very least, since that's almost a guarantee at this point. The licensing for Middle Earth was weird since the movies and books had separate licensing. Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, that sounds really weird, and like a huge pain. Okay, nice. Instant route over there from the Skaven. Very good. And up over here, we have our reinforcements, lagging the game as usual, because it's a million Gnoblars. You think many people forgot Total War Warhammer 2 release? IMO much worse than what we have in Warhammer 3. I never experienced a Warhammer 2 release. I know that it was pretty jank though. So like, I think we shouldn't have too many problems. Like, even if Warhammer 3 was a little bit more jank than Warhammer 2, I remember like the whole Norska debacle with Immortal Empires, right? I think Warhammer 3 was far from perfect when it had initially released, but at the end of its life, it was amazing. So, you know, we'll give it some time, and then we will truly see. Who owns Middle Earth IP? I have no idea. Someone in chat might know. Oh, I still need to rename a scrap launcher after you guys. Piers. Let's see. Piers Wilkinson. Yeah, there you go. Piers Wilkinson. Yeah, you get to be a unit in the army. Would you like to be a Gnoblar scrap launcher or Gnoblar trappers? Your choice. You know, if you're the trappers, you get to be part of the vanguard. The very front line of the army. Most respected Gnoblars of all of Gnoblardom. It's your choice. If you don't choose, I'll choose for you. Hey Danielle, hello. Let's see. You feel like the slower release for Warhammer 2 for the end of its life cycle is because of the development of Warhammer 3. I'm sort of thinking differently about that, actually. It's the AI. They're slow walking towards me. The madmen. Let's just get a few towers up. But yeah, the Warhammer 3 launch, I don't think would have slowed down the war. I will actually, okay, no, here's the thing that would have done it. It's if the DLC team was going to, if the DLC team was occupied making the DLC for Warhammer 3, I could see that being the thing that slows it down. Because Warhammer 3 has clearly been in development for a lot longer, for just a really long time in general. So it's mostly, sorry, just casting some spells. Yeah, I think Warhammer 3, like Warhammer 2 not getting DLC closer towards the end of it, that might have been the case. But then again, I don't know, it is taking a while. I don't know, there's a bunch of crazy theories we could whip up. Piers, you want to be a trapper? Sick. Congratulations. The first trapper of, or the lead trapper in the army. I'll try to make sure you don't die instantly. 3 new civs just got announced for Age of Empires 2. Dang, that's pretty big. I can't believe Age of Empires 2 is still going strong. Even better than Age of Empires, Age of Empires 4, which is sort of insane.
If you want to talk, you do what I say.
How many units were you controlling? I don't know, it's millions. An endless tide. Yeah, are we gonna go full chaos? You know what? Let's go full chaos. We're gonna become friendly with them. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. Let's see, -5 meat. Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's remember to rename you guys. So we got the scrap launcher over here. And we're going to rename it to good old McRiderface. Leading from the back, as one would expect. And then our highest chevroned Gnoblar, you're gonna be Peters. All right, pretty good. Nice. We're getting started. We got our named units. Oh boy. Sacrifice me first. Just insert the Lord Farquaad meme. Which meme is that? I don't remember Lord's. I don't know. All right. I feel like that's pretty bad that I don't know my Shrek memes. I gotta work on that, guys. All right. Does this guy have bottom blue tier skills? It doesn't look like it. Let's see. I would like to get this though. Scrap launcher ammunition, very important. And then we can just move in, kill the Skaven, clear out the lizardmen, and we'll be fine. In the fallen city, it's gonna fall. Oh my gosh! Wait, what? We have a Tzeentch outpost in the fallen city. You madman! You dog, Kairos. Oh my gosh! And he still doesn't have a settlement for me. What is this? What is this business? Can I gift him a settlement?
Stand.
Let's see. I can't, sadly. Oh, okay. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I can't believe I guess, what's it? I know about that. I just can't believe I didn't know it was from Shrek. Oh my goodness. What a revelation. Also, we're getting attacked on all fronts. This is sort of spicy.
Interference will cost.
This is sort of spicy. All right, well, first things first, I guess. Oh man, I really want to shoo the lizardmen off, but you know, this settlement's probably gonna be well enough defended. We'll kill off these armies, maybe shoo away the one army of lizardmen, and then we'll double back north to get rid of Zhao. Shrek memes are eternal. Man, what a movie. What a movie. Like, it's not like I don't know what happened. Does anyone know the full lore of how Shrek memes happened? There has to be a YouTube video covering that. Oh, you guys talking about the Warhammer video thing that came out today? That was a little bit weird, right? I only watched like a tiny bit of it, but it wasn't any news, so there's no plan, there's no point really watching it. Also, yes, I am terrified of auto-resolves, don't mind me. I assume you're talking about, yeah, the Warhammer 3 release trailer that came out today. I think, you know, there's a lot of things where, that will seem really weird if you're not the intended audience. Like, it might have some in-jokes, but I get the feeling that that video was not meant for people that have already bought Warhammer. Like, more than just the content of the video, just like the design and everything. Yeah, if you feel weird about that video, it's likely just that. You can more or less just ignore it. I think there's a video about Shrek. There's a video about Shrek development. Interesting. Yeah, Legend is the beginning of all memes. Okay, pretty good. Trickster's Shard. Pretty useless, Now we can just take care of this, and then what's this? Mostly infantry. That's really what we want to see. We'll go here, we'll beat up this army, and then after that we're gonna ambush those lizardmen out of here. Did you know Warhammer 3 doesn't require 1 or 2? It's insane. You know, maybe at CAHQ, right? Just tons of people were asking about it. And then they just got sick and tired of all of the questions, and they put out the video. Oh, I didn't watch the full thing, so I don't really I don't know everything that happened in the trailer. But yeah, so like, was it sort of just like a meme trailer? Like, what was going on there? Was it like a late April Fool's joke? I don't know. We can only speculate, really. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a weird one. Let's see, where are you? Piers. There you go. And will you lose any units? Yes, probably to some Skaven slaves. But yeah, this is a nice and fast battle. We'll just blitz through it. You know, meowing is cold and aloof. Oh man, if they actually went for that in the trailer, then I'd be pretty disappointed. I assume not though, given that you're saying it here in chat. But yeah, honestly, I'm just waiting for the teaser for the next DLC. That has to be coming soon, right? Warhammer's been out for a while. They released patch 1.1. Like, obviously a lot of work went to just patching a lot of the bugs early on. But at this point, like, the DLC's they have to have been working for some time now, right? If you think about it, the last DLC we had was in Warhammer 2. And it was, what was the last DLC? I feel like it was ages ago. Was it the Beastmen DLC? It might have been. I think it was. So like what? So the last DLC was Beastmen Lizardmen? Was that it? That feels like it was way too long ago. There's no way. Was it? Has it been like a year since our last DLC? I really hope not. But the fear is rising. The realization that might be the reality. All right, let's see. We'll go here. We're gonna move over. Sure, over here, and then we're gonna set up an ambush for them. Hopefully, catch ourselves some lizardmen. Sounds right. I think so. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need a DLC soon, man. Come on. Don't they have like a dedicated DLC team? Shouldn't they have had like a DLC by now? I feel like we're definitely due. Can we win this? I think we might actually be able to, given that it's all cannons. Look, we have blue horrors. Yo, look at this. Match made in heaven. Tzeentch and ogres. We've never seen this combination before. Let's see. If I fireball spam, like, we could drain the ammo of the cannons, and then we have a couple ogres for their cavalry. I think we can win this with a bit of cheese. July 2021 was the Silence and the Fury. Jeez. Well, we're nearing on a year. You know, maybe the next DLC is going to be insane. It's going to be the biggest DLC you've ever seen in your lives. We got one gameplay patch since the start of early access, 2 months into release. It's still nothing. Yeah. Well, at the very least, we know that the DLC has to be next, right? It'd be really weird not to see DLC next. So, I guess there's that to look forward to. So I am going to just drain a bit of ammo on these artillery pieces here. Because I really don't want to lose the settlement. Is there a way I can drain their artillery? Oh, are they being smart? Did the AI learn how to be smart? Oh my gosh, alright. I guess we gotta move up then. Yeah, they don't, on Legendary, do they hold fire or is it just glitching out right now? Who knows? But regardless, we're gonna head into this forest and then sort of plan our maneuver from there. Who does Immortal Empires? That's a DLC team, right? Oh man, we can't joke about that. It's too sad to think about. Okay, how do I wanna actually take this engagement? I said I was going to tease it a little bit, but now I sort of feel like I don't really want to do that. Although, I don't know, we'll tease it a bit, but I would love for these cannons to waste their ammunition. Okay, you know what? Plan B. We're just gonna be lazy about it. We're gonna wait for them to scoot up a little bit closer, and then we're gonna do the legendary ogre ambush from the forest, and we should be able to just blitz onto their gun lines from here. But yeah, the Chaos Dwarves are almost guaranteed to be the next faction, right? I would be so surprised if we didn't get Chaos Dwarves. Like, what would it even be? I don't even know. But okay, if I don't know. We'll just see when the next DLC comes. It'll come when it comes. For now, though, we have time to try and beat this campaign. You know, I do really need that extra time to beat this campaign. So there is that, right? A late DLC does make life a little bit easier on that front. This is like the sketchiest engagement I've ever taken. But technically, it is going really well for me, given that we are jumping on top of all their artillery now. The weird thing is that you really have to push through really hard to actually get through. Also, it looks like those Tzeentch Forsaken got annihilated. Are you kidding me? They've added Chaos Dwarves to loading screens? I don't think so, unless you're talking about that mod. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, I think I think the AI cheats are skewing my opinions on Jade Warriors. Usually they would die to Forsaken pretty quickly, but still though, I think this is pretty nice for us, especially since the Forsaken rallied, so we can use them to regain their shields. That should help them out a lot. Alright. Still though, the main plan is to shut down the artillery. That's my biggest goal. Yeah, the gun just walked into me. The power of forests, it's too strong. You know, we don't need to drain ammo on their artillery if they're just going to melee me. Oh hey Goran, hello. Oh, I see. Chat's talking to you about different settings and such. I see. Stuck with work right now and don't have much time. You know, honestly, it's not too bad, right? The longer you wait to get into Warhammer, the more developed the game will be once you do get in. I don't think you won't really miss out on too much. It's mostly just play when you want to play. The game's going to be around for, you know, years, even if it doesn't get updates, so no rush, good sir. Next week, a 7-week business trip. Dang, that's a long business trip. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, understandable that you can't play much. Totally understandable. My goodness, I would ask about it, but I assume you're not allowed to talk about the specifics. That's what streams are for, right? Yeah, you know, just watch the streams. You can watch me play Warhammer. That's the alternative. But if you do plan on, wait, actually, I should check my description. For whatever reason, OBS, when I start the stream, it adds stuff to my description sometimes. Not this time though. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't bought Warhammer yet, and yes, I am going to shamelessly plug this, because I do need food to eat. Food to live. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel and you haven't bought Warhammer yet, you can buy the game using the Fanatical link down below. I say this because I sort of forgot to promote the link, and if I don't sell copies in a certain amount of time, they take me off of their affiliate program. So obviously don't buy the game if you're not planning to. But if it's been on your mind and you want to make sure that I can keep a hold of that link, that's one way you can help support the channel. There you go. I think that's enough. That's enough plugging. But this is legit because yeah, I changed my video style. Where I cut out the end bit just so that the video is nice and short and sweet. And then because of that, I just stopped promoting a lot of other stuff. So yeah, you bought your friend one via Fanatical. Oh hey, sweet. Yeah, good to hear. Yo, it's actually a pretty good site. It's basically just stuff constantly on sale. Like, I would legit use it if I played games other than Warhammer. Also, are we gonna lose this fight? I feel like we should be, in theory, pretty fine, right? I don't know. Let's do a bit of a quick disengage. Why don't we? Let's do a bit of a quick disengage, regroup, and then get our bearings. Because right now we're seeing like mass routes everywhere. Come on, get your bearings, man. It also has Warhammer 40k. If only had Warhammer Total War 40k. But yeah, it has a bunch of games. So, like the way that they do it is they buy a bunch of keys from companies at a discount price, and then they resell it for cheap. So it's sort of like, in a sense, it's sort of like stocks, right? They're investing in the keys, assuming that they're able to sell them. So yeah. As far as I know, they're not just getting these cheap keys out of nowhere, stealing money from people's bank accounts. Ogres don't run. It's true, but technically we are playing Gnoblars only, so I think it's fine. How in the world do you have a Forsaken and a Horror in your army? Well, it's the magical power of ganging up on Cathay. It turns out, if you declare war on Cathay, Tzeentch likes you quite a bit. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, so we're using that to our advantage as much as possible, because I am allowing outposts in this campaign. So yeah, well, we may be able to get some pretty cool Tzeentch units in the future. Total War, Warhammer 40k, Age of Warhammers. I'd buy that. I'd buy it. Yo, any 40k game would be great. I don't think I've actually even played a 40k game before. That's the crazy thing. Let's see, I'm trying to think back. Yeah, actually. I've never played a 40k game. What life have I been living? I've always been big on Warhammer Fantasy, ever since I was a kid. I've told this story a few times before, but basically, yeah, I just had a local games workshop. And when I was first getting into the games, they just asked like, hey, do you like fantasy or sci-fi more? And I'm like, I like fantasy. And thus began my love for Warhammer. Just like that. Insane. So these guys are gonna remount their artillery. That is a mildly huge problem, because if they do, they can probably get a lot of damage on my guys as we rush them down. Such strategic Gnoblars. You know, maybe half strategic. I would say more sneaky than strategic, you know. The fact that we're allying with Tzeentch. You know, but then again, if you think about it, of all the Chaos Gods, Tzeentch would be the one that Gnoblars would fall into. Oh my gosh, army losses? You're kidding me. Alright, well, we'll get him next time. I think we got pretty decent kills here and there, yeah. As long as we didn't lose the settlement, I think it's okay. By the way, anyone have any advice? Planning to try multiplayer this week for the first time. Oh, dang. Any advice? I would say just have fun. Just have fun with it. Yeah, you know, don't worry about tryharding too much. Expect to lose a lot of the games. That's one thing in terms of setting expectations. The biggest thing that generally that sort of multiplayer works, the way that it works, is that you start at a 0% win rate, and the joy is building yourself up to a higher and higher win rate. I would say really focus on that. In terms of actual army compositions, I don't know what the generic advice for new players is. From what I can tell, the new domination mode is actually quite friendly for new players. So if you just hop on into it, it should be pretty straightforward. Alright, let's get that extra upkeep reduction. Let's get that upkeep reduction. Your goal is a single win this week. Good luck. Good luck. Out of all the factions, I think right now ogres are probably the strongest, just because they're very fast, so they can respond to situations much better than other factions. And in general, faster factions will have an easier time, I would say, like, figuring out domination. So there's that, but generally you're fine playing to your preference. Do I want to be friends with these guys? They are at war with, no, that's just like a Portal Tzeentch faction. Yeah, let's do it. Yo, man, where are you from? Well, I was born in Canada, but my parents are from Vietnam. And I don't even speak Vietnamese, so there's definitely a bit of a separation there. Okay, so it looks like the lizard men left me alone. Next up on the chopping block, we're either hitting up these armies or we're gonna defend the Fallen City. Given that Fallen City is just a single settlement, I think I'd rather just push through this way. And then we're basically good to go. I'll keep building up these settlements. We'll wait a bit before we get our second army going. Nice. Let's see, if I go here... So I'm just checking something real quick.
Don't worry.
There we go. Enticity sounds more like a Thai name. I guess Enticity was just made up by me though. Yeah. That'd be pretty crazy though if my real name was Enticity. That would be something. Oh nice, these guys are also at war with Cathay. What's going on over there? Apparently there's a lot of infighting in Cathay today. That's not usually what happens, right? Don't they usually ally pretty hard? Maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like they do. I don't know, maybe, who knows? Has anyone really played campaigns and taken a look? I know when you're playing as Cathay, it's not too hard to ally with all of those guys. Okay, nice. We're just gonna march up over here. Oh, dang, Zhao Ming! He did it! He ambushed us! What a mad lad! Alright, well that's awkward. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. Alright, Piers, you might die. You might die in this ambush. But I guess that's an acceptable fact. You did sign up for this. It's 2 rebel factions, the rest team up usually. Yeah, this is a pretty big yikes moment. Here we go. We got my big ol' ogre. Man, he's huge compared to the Gnoblars. Okay, but where is Cathay? Where are they? Everywhere. They're everywhere. Here we go. Scrap Launch is gonna bail, go back over here. These Gnoblars gonna turn, and we're going to rush this gun line over here. Here we go. Oh my gosh. No, McRiderface, no. McRiderface, no. Dodge the cannons. Okay. Here we go. Gnoblar Scrap Launchers getting to a safer position. And the Ogre Bulls do not want to fight the anti-large. We're just going to rush these guys as fast as possible. Huge wave of fire melting my guys. But I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Because now we got an easy jump. You know? This is you're stuck in here with me situation, right? Alright, nice. These guys are going to pull back again. Zhao Ming has transformed. And the scrap launchers are going to line up. Today's a good day to die. Not today, not today. I want to keep this army alive. I think the scrap launchers making it out is the biggest thing, though. And then, next up on the chopping block, we just want to kill the cannons, I think. McRiderface rallies, thank goodness. You coward. How could you? And then we can start shooting at those Jade crossbowmen. Very good. Another big old fist ability over there. And then it's all about dealing with Zhao Ming. So Zhao is... Oh, we can get Unbreakable in an AoE? They buffed the Potion of Foolhardiness. I didn't even realize. Anyways. Yeah, there we go. Scrap launchers are doing okay. We're going to split them up. Oh my gosh, those cannons. Those cannons. What insane shots. Okay, but over here, this backdoor ogre unit shutting down the cannons. Amazing. Yeah, we're good, guys. We're good. I always rally. Also implying you always route to. I just have to be careful not to lose McRiderface. It's way too easy for one of these cannons to just turn and kill him. It's far too valuable of an asset. But if balance of power is anything to say about it, we are winning. And I think the debuff that we got from being ambushed should be wearing off about now. So, we should be able to fight in full strength in a second. Another crazy thing is that Zhao Ming is sort of getting wrecked here by my lord. We'll give a buff to himself, charge him with some ogres, and then hopefully he goes down. to a bit of a Gnoblar fire here. Let's see how these guys doing. Pretty good. We're gonna throw down a heal onto this scrap launcher. Sorry, McRiderface. We'll heal you next time. And pretty good. Look at that. Zhao's trying to disengage, but he's getting bogged down. We're gonna body block our ogres with these Gnoblars. Nice. And then finish off these crossbowmen. Yeah. Yeah, we're good, guys. We're good. Pretty scary ambush though. I was ready to just get completely ruined there, but I think it didn't go that much worse than a normal battle. Mostly just because the crane gunners got shut down so quickly. I think that was pretty nice for us. And then we just sort of avoided the halberds for long enough, and we were fine. Okay, nice. A couple more rallied units. We'll just throw them together. At this point, the crossbows are so low, I think we can just melee them. Yeah, we'll just melee them with the scrap launchers. That should do it. And then just gotta finish off Zhao. There are, of course, these halberds, but that's what the scrap launchers are for. As soon as they get into the fight, they should be able to finish them off nice and easy. And in fact, we're gonna slow all of them down and then disengage from them. It's pretty old by now. What's pretty old? I don't really run. I'm just repositioning for better attack vectors. On your own accord, too. You're disobeying command. But was it for the better? Maybe. Okay, nice. Melee scrap launchers have done it. Time to bring them in. Cavalry's coming. I just have to hold off these Jade Warrior halberds for a little bit longer. And then we'll be good. Dawn of War. Oh, yeah. That's been around for quite some time. Which one's McRiderface? Yeah, the one that routed. There you go. There's your heal. There's your heal for coming back. And nice. All in range. So we should see a pretty big volley coming in a second. Come on. Here we go. Huge hit. Incoming. And, that was okay. It wasn't anything crazy. Not clip-worthy. That's the worst part. Alright. It's hard to get good AoEs when you're just dealing with scrap launchers and not lead belchers. But we'll get there one day. Okay, is there any... You know what, let's just heal up this one. Nice. Pretty good. Some of you Gnoblars may die. But in the end, we managed to keep all of the units. That actually went pretty well, all things considered. Quite well, actually. Zhao got almost 200 kills, but we'll ignore that. Crane gunners and all the range units did pretty bad, though. Yeah, nice. And they brought anti-large to a Gnoblar party. Madmen. Nice, and I will go for the treasury. We need to start stockpiling money to fund the... We want to stockpile money so that we can get our glorious... what's it's going? Second army. Yeah, we can... I want to bring back Rhesus eventually. Not now, but at some point. And actually, giving this guy terror, not the worst thing ever. Given that the rest of my army does not have terror. I'll just double check that I don't have an item that does the same thing. And it doesn't look like it. Sweet. Let's give him this weapon while Rhesus is AFK. And yeah, let's go ahead and give him the horrific stench. Amazing. I'll also take the... Actually, Meat Cleaver is not bad, but I want to get my Gnoblars fully upgraded, especially since these guys are almost gold chevron. It is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Or is it really? I don't know. My Gnoblars are sort of important here. We don't have any ogres to replace them except for the 4. Okay, what do we have here? I could go for another camp. Population surplus for new camps is actually, that's pretty sick. If I do... Yeah, I can do the top line. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go do the top line research. And then we'll go ahead and pick up this, this over here. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Piers! Oh my gosh, with the 10 pounds! Thank you so much. With one message, screaming "I survived" into chat. Amazing. Yeah, we'll do what we can to keep you alive, but it can be pretty sketchy. My army death rate is surprisingly high. But thank you very much, good sir. Alright, replenishment is pretty good in campaign, especially with how many fights we're taking. And then local recruitment capacity is okay. I sort of just want to save money for another camp, though. We'll wait on it. Gnoblars are always important. Many would argue against that. I'm just saying they're important enough right now. But no promises, you know. I'm ready to ditch them at a moment's notice. Okay, so let's see. This is just one of Miao Ying's armies. I think we can pretty easily beat them with our with these guys over here. Question is, where do we want to set up the next camp? I think over here is pretty good. We could do something at Amble Peak, as in like set up a camp here as an actual defensive position. I sort of like that idea. Using camps to just defend our borders. Because we already have this one here that is fairly safe now. Take a look at this. It's extremely cheap. So yeah, let's try that out. Let's try that out. First things first, though, I want to clear these guys off of my base. Got them to retreat, but they just pulled back. And I could march it. Marching's a bit risky, but let's do it. Yeah, maybe it was a bit too... you know, they're pretty beat up. It's fine. Let's throw down the camp now. There we go. And then this camp is going to go ahead and start recruiting Gnoblars as fast as it can. Use your Gnoblars to stock cheese settlements. Yeah, we've done a bit of that already. It's a pretty good strat. Let's see. Do we have this buff yet? Yeah, I think we have to refresh it. Let's do it. Temporary boost for 10 turns, extra melee attack. Quite nice. This camp over here, we're just going to upgrade it to get better Gnoblars as fast as possible. And then at some point, I want to convert it into a proper income settlement. These camps actually have really good income buildings compared to everything else. Sweet. Now I'm going to do a Gnoblar only campaign. That would be pretty intense. Although it's not the hardest thing in the world, especially if you're willing to cheese a little bit. Armor piercing damage on Gnoblars is actually insane because they have so many tiny attacks. If you give them, we can give it to Piers. Make him just annihilate units. Yeah, 8 armor piercing. That's like, yeah, they're gonna be doing like at least 3 times more damage because against armored units. Or maybe not 3 times more, but like... Actually, yeah, about 3 times more damage. That's pretty bonkers. Are you planning on doing any co-op multiplayer streams? I am. So, with Flying Taco, we're probably going to start streaming every Wednesday, which is going to be quite fun. And I'll probably pick up a campaign again with Human Boy. That's my plan. So that should be pretty good. You guys have that to look forward to. As in general, I want to be streaming basically every day or every weekday. So there's a lot of time slots to really fill up. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. As fun as it is to play against the AI, playing against an actual person is great. The only downside is always just the convenience factor. Gnoblars know how to stab them in the Gnoblars. What an amazing sentence. Hey, Flying Taco in chat too. Hello. Alright, so here's the problem. We got a few cannons that are aiming at us. We're going to use the forest to cover our firing angle. And then we'll just start picking off a few units here and there. This is actually not too dissimilar from how this matchup is played in multiplayer, so I guess I am sort of used to this. And then I guess with my Lord, we can just start spamming a few spells. Can't wait to see you stab back one of... I imagine you mean backstab one of the other players once they reach the Forge of Souls. I don't even know if we'll get to that point. Most co-op campaigns do not really reach the Forge of Souls because... or maybe not co-op. I was actually thinking multiplayer. I guess if it was co-op, some backstabbing would be pretty fun. Wish of Skaven were playable in Warhammer 3. Well, they'll be coming eventually. Whenever Immortal Empires comes out. Although, that could be a little ways away. But hey, you know what? We waited years for Warhammer 3. We can wait, you know, some months for Immortal Empires. Dare I even say years? But, maybe I don't dare. And you can use the outpost system. You can get outpost, Skaven. You know, if you manage to get a few units of Poison Wind Globadiers or Mortars, really, that's just gonna win you the campaign instantly. If you can get that together. And, oh, the trees did not save our, they didn't block those cannon shots. That's surprising. Nevertheless, we're still trading pretty well here. As long as we're not taking too many hits from the cannons, we'll be fine. And looks like another pretty good volley. Nice. Spreading out the units that the scrap launchers are targeting will be pretty good for us since it lowers the overkill a tiny bit. There we go. You feel 6 months or Christmas for Mortal Empires. Dang, Christmas is, well, 6 months from now or 6 months since release? Because that's a pretty big range. That's like, it's basically, that's a pretty huge range, actually. How are my scrap launchers doing? No, they're doing okay. I think we can start moving in to fight these guys. And instead what I should do, I should turn face and fire at these, this blobbed up reinforcing army. As for these guys, they're just gonna charge right on in and start running over everything. As they are wont to do. And let's go ahead and get our targets down. Nice. That should be pretty value. I wish I could take a look at it, but we're trying to manage everything else right now. Let's see. There's I think we got our first volley off. No big hits yet. No, there's the first volley. And yeah, oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, well that's pretty good. I will say that, yeah. Turns out scrap launchers, not terrible against blobs. Look at that. That is glorious. Oh my gosh. Gotta go. Good luck with the stream. Peace out. I'll catch you later, Flying Taco. Okay, so pretty good. I guess we'll just keep hammering this position here. Let's see. I really want to get them to keep focus firing this blob. It's just 2 value. It's 2 value. There we go. Yeah, who needs iron blasters when you can use scrap launchers? This is, that's great. Yeah, they'll probably rebalance Warhammer 2 units. Okay, second volley goes down. Not as good as the first one. And actually, these crane gunners are being a bit of an issue. We'll have to pull back. Let's get out of there. And then over here, how's this fight going? A little bit sketchy. Just a little bit. Can I buff up my ogres? Maybe give them a bit of an extra combat buff here. The map's gonna be insanely big. Yeah. Yo, did you guys see the leaks? Well, I'm sure most of you guys definitely have seen the leaks. But that is super exciting. If they make the map as big as what we saw, that'd be pretty hype. It'd be a bit of a shame not to have the thing that was the Chaos Realms in the Mortal Empires map. Like, it'd be really cool if they could just squeeze that in somehow, but even without that, I think a fully completed map would be, like, of just the Mortal Realms would be pretty hype. Also, fun thing about the cannons, your dudes will get stuck on them if you kill the cannons, and there's not much you can do about that right now. A bit unfortunate, but we'll live. How's the performance with Warhammer 2 right now? I think it's roughly the same as before. They did fix some bugs, so on that front it's still fine. But I haven't noticed the game running any faster, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, you'll have to turn down your graphics if you want. Like, roughly last time I checked, you have to turn your graphics down 1 tier from what it was in Warhammer 2 if you want Warhammer 3 to run with the same frames. Which is a bit of a shame, but it happens. Alright, it's decent for my graphics card, says Gorn. Yeah, generally, you can at least run the game. You just won't have good graphics. I think most like even semi-modern setups should be able to run Warhammer. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. Because when you really turn down the graphics, it will save up a lot of not memory, but like processing power. So there's that. Yeah, just set it to low, get the unit sizes a bit smaller. Don't play on times for speed. And then you'll more or less get there. Man, this fight is getting a little bit sketchy with my scrap launchers not being able to find good line of sight. Let's see. Yeah, that was a decent volley. But mostly I want to get rid of this Sky Lantern, because it represents a lot of potential damage here. These crane gunners in the back are a bit of a pain too. Let's see, where's oh geez, our members are getting killed off. I don't know where they are. Hopefully they just rout instead of dying, as is the way of Gnoblars. In general, it should be pretty hard to lose a unit of Gnoblars just because of said routing. Okay, but I think we've reached a stage where most of our melee troops are off the battlefield, and now we descend into Scrap Launcher Kite, which is what this build was designed to do. 1.1 is out. Yeah, 1.1's out. It's been out for like a week now, a bit more than a week, right? Yeah, so you know, you can always do that. Unit optimization and pathfinding is horrible. Yeah, pathfinding and well, pathfinding's not too bad, but I think just the unit feel, the units don't feel as good as they did in Warhammer 2. Like in Warhammer 2, the units were slow as you would expect, but pretty responsive. In Warhammer 3, there's a bit of a problem there, and they still have that to fix. But at least CA know about it. Like, you can see, I told my scrap launchers to attack, and they're all having a hard time turning and firing. It's these problems that that really make Warhammer 3 harder to play. But you know, whenever it gets fixed, then we'll be good to go. What are the speed of scrap launchers? 66. They are actually as fast as Empire cavalry. Imagine that. These scrap launchers are like, I guess it's a Rhinox, that's what it's called. Rhinox pulling an entire wagon is as fast as a horse. So like these guys without the wagons better be like, you know, Slanesh cavalry speed. Worst problem for you is running away to firebug. Running away to fire? As in like your guys do the sort of weird reposition thing when you tell them to shoot? Yeah, crane gunners turning weird. It's in terms of like, see, this is one of the things that the reason that I think it's one of the biggest problems that they need to fix is because when you look at a lot of other games, the thing that they really focus on is just how it feels a lot of the time. Like when you look at Super Mario, right? People praise Super Mario because the most basic mechanic, jumping and moving, feels amazing, okay? Mario, you click, it's very responsive, he'll do the jump, and then, yeah, and they even add in extra things to make it where it feels even better than just being responsive, right? Like this coyote time, there's input buffering, sort of like that type of stuff, where like just the basic act of jumping feels good. And in Warhammer, they sort of goofed that up because units just don't feel responsive. So that's definitely one of the bigger problems. But hey, you know, they'll fix it. Or maybe they won't fix it, you know? You never know. But yeah, it's sort of just the case because the game is so big, though. Like, it's understandable why it happened. Super Meat Boy is a very good example, yeah. Just yeah, like in theory, your game, well, like if this is sort of the type of practice you want to follow, the game should feel good without any external mechanics. So like first-person shooters, if just the act of shooting doesn't feel good, you should probably work on that. So yeah, there's sort of like, I don't know like what type of design you call that, but you guys all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's ×4 and go up. But yeah, like I would rate that much more highly than something like graphics or even being able to get good FPS. Because like, yeah, as we saw with Elden Ring, right, there was a lot of stuttering. And I talk about this basically every day, so I won't go into it too deep. But like with Elden Ring, there's a lot of stuttering, but the basic act of exploring feels so good. It doesn't matter if you can't get full frames when you're looking at your landscapes. Just standing at the top of a mountain and looking down at the world in front of you, you don't need high FPS to enjoy that. It's great. That's why shooters on Switch struggle. Yeah, just because of the jank. Yeah. All right. I think we lead them into this choke point, this Death Valley, as some may call it, and then we just blast them and we're good. Thankfully, I teched into the scrap launcher ammunition upgrades, so they'll be able to basically kill off everything here. Elden Ring running at nearly 60 frames for you. There is that too. I think it probably is more optimized than Warhammer, but it definitely had a lot of weird frame skipping for a lot of people. For me too, like there's a lot of loading that goes on, so it's definitely not perfect on the optimization front, but like no one cares about that. Oof, we missed that. We missed the fist. Let's see, what are we looking at in terms of scrap launcher ammunition? We are actually getting a little bit low now. Here's the thing though. All of these guys are gonna terror out, right? Because my guy has terror. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, look at that. What an easy fight. He just routed everything off. All right, sweet. And then we can bring in the cavalry and we'll just use the scrap launchers to run over everything. There we go. And you know, they don't actually do that much damage, but it should be enough with some cycle charges, right? Here we go, second charge of the scrap launchers. And then our Lord can pick off the heroes. 3 is a bit like that. You got infinite explosives, and the explosions in the game are great. Oh, in Just Cause 3. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Warhammer 3. Yeah. You know, just big old AoEs. People love that. Nice. Okay, next up. We're gonna kill off these lords. And then there's like a unit of crane gunners with some ammo left. Oh boy, balance of power is... it's gonna be a little bit hard to army loss them, but I think we'll be fine. I think the biggest problem is if they had a sky lantern, but we couldn't army loss them. I guess it would rout though, because it's a flying unit. Still though, pretty good fight. It was a tiny bit sketchy. A little bit sketchier than I thought it would be, but pretty straightforward. XCOM 2 good? I know I've played a few of the XCOM games. I've enjoyed them. Actually, that would be pretty fun. In terms of my general playstyle of masochism, XCOM is a pretty good game for doing that. I don't know. Does the Warhammer audience merge well with XCOM? Like, do you guys think people would watch that? I don't, like, right now my main jam is Warhammer, but who knows, right? Maybe a year from now I'll be playing XCOM. The problem is it's a bit of an old game, so I don't know if there's like big demand or anything for that. Can confirm XCOM is good. Thank you. Yeah, maybe you know, if I ever dive into it. The thing is, right, I also want to get into Rust, so I think the odds of me really doing a deep dive into XCOM anytime soon is very low. Also, we lost 2 ogres. That's unfortunate, but we kept Piers alive and we kept McWriterface alive, so it's basically all I need. Real quick, I'm just going to check what units are available to us. Nothing too great. Totally fine. All right. Here's Miss Gorge. There's a bunch of Skaven there. I would love to take them out, but right now that can't really be done. For the camp, I'm going to go ahead and get... we don't actually need that much growth is the interesting thing, but the recruitment capacity is pretty important. Let's go ahead and... Let's go actually have a lot of... We can make a lot of buildings here. Never mind. Let's get the whole bunch, why don't we? Here we go. Yeah, get that replenishment going. Sweet. And then we can take out this army. And then we'll double back to defend the camp in case it gets attacked. You don't jam with XCOM, but you enjoy watching, if that makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. Like, we just had a conversation about enjoying watching things that you don't play. How's the campaign going? Pretty good. We finally got scrap launchers, which is leading us to basically our end game composition. The only way to make these armies stronger is either more chevrons, or we get better outpost units. That's basically it. There aren't really too many other ways to make our Doom stack any stronger here. I could go all in on the scrap launchers, but I think in general that's a bad idea. So yeah, this is it. This is the Doom stack. It's, you know, the scrap launchers will do good enough. The bigger problem is that we still have no armor piercing. So if we see like very big single entity heavy builds from the AI, did we just annihilate one of our McWriterface? What are you doing? We just totally friendly fired one of our own units. Totally fine though. It's just Gnoblars. But yeah, there's a little bit of late game stuff that we have to worry about. There's also the problem. Actually, I think we can win the quest battle with this army. I'll probably try that out. Yeah, the scrap launcher doom stack maybe, but like that can't fight single entities. And in the late game, you know, a couple soul grinders would just annihilate that. Your armor piercing? Oh, that's true, you know. If we get enough banners, maybe we can just use that to boost up the strength of these guys. Not terrible, not terrible. Maybe that's the way. Okay, now both of these guys are so beat up, I don't think they take this settlement. Or do they? You know, Zhao Ming could probably take it. That's a bit of a pain. We'll go here then. And in the meantime, we'll keep recruiting. And then at some point, I'll need to get Greasus in here. Greasus really needs to help this out. I'm also not a fan of the Lizardmen just standing here menacingly. That's a little bit of a problem, but I'm sure we'll be fine. And then we'll just finish a couple of these buildings, since I don't really have much else to spend my cash money on. Sweet. And levels. Pretty good. I think out of all of them, the Maw is pretty sick, although a bit expensive. We'll go with we'll finish the Gnoblar upgrades first, as planned. It's not my fault if your infantry is out of position. Also true. I did give the attack order. Okay, what's this? Man, again, I'm tempted just to join the war against them. Just to get them to stop emailing me about these war declarations. Why did they gotta spam my inbox for? Ally loses outpost. Oh yeah, because of the settlement dying. Sorry about that, Kairos. Will you let me build an outpost yet? Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there eventually. I think it's because he's allied with another guy. Yeah, and he's taken up that slot. So we gotta wait for the guy to expand a little bit more first. Okay, so here's the plan. This guy, he's gonna pick up the ogres again. We're gonna have a decently strong army there, and then we're going to replace them with big old Greasus, and then do this quest battle. I think that's the plan. This garrison over here is strong enough to hold off any mid-tier army. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. We just gotta roll by a few turns is all. What big names are you taking? Unbreakable Gnoblars is basically the only one that I care about right now. All the other ones aren't too important to me. Yeah, Unbreakable Gnoblars is good. The problem is it means that they also will rout, like they'll completely die if I'm not careful. So I'll have to babysit them a bit more, but that's not too much of an issue. And there we go. So we have our ogres here now. We'll go ahead and keep upgrading this. And then we'll push to... I think Cathay killed the Skaven here. Something about the decline in... Yeah, something about the decline in the Skaven corruption is really leading me to think that. But I still need to push this angle just to make sure Cathay doesn't... just to make sure that they don't really push down this lane. Oh, it looks like Grimtop's actually in a bit of trouble too. Oh my gosh, they really are just coming from everywhere, aren't they? Well, I'm sure we'll be fine. And we can sort of take our time, Oh, dang! What's the... They're actually taking the fight? Okay, well this isn't too bad. It is mostly ranged, so we can basically sally out and kill them. We don't want to use the word break in Gnoblar camp. Yeah. Yo, I should do that. Anytime, well, I'll get a mod. Anytime I say break, all my units route. Or maybe we can just make it one unit if I want it to be less catastrophic. That's a pretty fun gimmick. You could make a video off of that. Strategic repositioning, of course. Though this camp actually does have ogres. If only I could, if I could have gone a mod out earlier to have all my camps replaced by Gnoblars, that would have been glorious, but unfortunately not today. Now over here, we are seeing a decent amount of melee over here, but overall not too much of an issue. We can just shoot them a bit with these guys and then maybe use our towers to finish them off. I guess we also have a caster that we can use on that side of things. And then, yeah, we're just going to really pool in over here and just rush down those ranged folk. Over here, we have just a couple crane gunners and such. I'll build a cannon tower to deal with that. That should be more than enough. They can't really easily push in through there. And over here, it's... this one we can just melee rush, since their melee isn't anti-large. And then after that, it's just dealing with the reinforcements. I don't really see this being too much of an issue, but as always, we'll see. You reprogrammed your BBH droid to shake its head at me if you swear on a work call. Oh man, that'd be great. Unless you've actually done that. That is actually within the realms of possibility. If you've actually done that, that would be sick, but I'm assuming not. I'm assuming not. What is this? Your troops have uncovered hidden foes. No, we haven't. What is this? The two hidden. Alright, whatever. How's this going? Pretty good for us. You should do the old UK... Oh yeah, that the TV show. Yo, I think I remember seeing that when I was a kid. And thinking it was super sick. Or maybe not. Maybe not when I was a kid, because it was UK, right? But I feel like I had seen that on YouTube or somewhere before. But yeah, but I never realized that it was a Total War game. Either that or this is just a false memory, which is also could be surprisingly likely. False memories, they'll get ya. They'll get you good. Okay, let's get that tower going. But yeah, that what a show. I can't believe that actually happened. It sounds almost like a lie when you describe it. Oh yeah, you know, just a UK TV show. They ran Total War to do a show on. Oh dang, we're gonna get backcapped. They ran Total War to do a TV show on historical battles. Cause like if you've actually played the old Total War games, like I would say that would be an unexpected result. But who knows? Maybe I'm just dissing the old Total War games too much. Come on, don't capture this point. Not like this. If they do capture it, we can retake it. It's just a big old pain. Oh, I can slow them down. Yes. Slow them down. You'll never know why the Man-Eater's unit cards look Arabian. Oh, like these? I think it's just the background, right? It's those yellows and oranges. I think that really does it. So here's a minor problem. The lizard men are totally gonna come in and ruin my day. They're gonna wreck some face, I think. Okay, we got if we deal enough damage to these guys, they won't be able to capture fast enough. And actually it looks like my Gnoblars are pulling these guys off the point, so we should be good. Yeah, yo, Araby? Any Araby fans out there? I think Araby would be sick. Yo, imagine if Araby was the first DLC. That would be amazing. But like, Araby is a more unlikely outcome than something like the Vampire Coast being added, I feel. Because I feel like there's a lot of barriers for Araby getting added, for obvious reasons. So, yeah, I could see there just being like, you know, Games Workshop just being like, nah, no, you're not doing that. Like they just put the hard stop on it. Unless we see some like even larger success with Warhammer, I doubt we'd get there. To be fair, the old Total War games were actually a lot more sim-like than they are today. Oh yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. Although, man, imagine if we can get on TV someone playing Warhammer 3 or Warhammer 2. That would be sick. I'm sure it'll never happen, but it would be amazing. Yeah, Ind would be pretty great. In general, I feel like, yeah, I don't, it's mostly just, you know, for the obvious reasons that large companies wouldn't want to do that. But we can only hope, The fact that we got Vampire Coast at all is a good sign. But like, yeah, it's because like, it's just like what cultures you want to display mostly. I don't know. It's a whole mess, right? Because like there's ways you could do it well, but like I could see people trying to pitch to a board meeting, right? Especially with Araby. If like how do you pitch to the higher ups to go ahead with Araby? How do you prove that would get you more sales and cause less problems than just releasing, you know, like the Golden Company or whatever? Not the Golden Company. Is it the Golden Company? I'm getting it mixed up with Game of Thrones possibly, but you know what I mean. Dowie Czar, yeah. Yo, Chaos Dwarves, I think I would be willing to bet money on Chaos Dwarves, and I think most people would too. Because Chaos Dwarves is just like the most obvious thing ever, right? How would like why would they not do Chaos Dwarves? I thought they were going to be here for release too. But then again, I'm sort of happy that they aren't, since it means that their campaign can be a lot more spicy. 69 watching, nice. The thing is, with the 69 jokes on viewer numbers, unless we sit there for a long time, right? It is natural for it to always get to 69. It's the same with the likes and comments and so on, but nevertheless, nice. You can't choose his settlement garrisons. Yes, that's correct. We if there was a mod that replaced ogres with Gnoblars, I would use it. I would happily use that mod, but unfortunately it does not exist. But hey, this is going pretty well, considering that we've sort of blocked up the lizardmen over here. If we can just keep a hold of all of our capture points, we should be able to hit a fairly nice critical mass of towers, where we just start doing insane amounts of damage to this invading army. Hope they add a bunch of new Gnoblars instead of a new faction. I'd be down for that. I have no problem with something like that. So I'm going to save up a bit to build this tower here, Catapult Tower. Actually has pretty good AoE. So that's going to be the plan. Yeah, enemy attacked. It was Cathay that attacked and lizardmen were close by. How do you guys feel about that mechanic, by the way? The one where you don't have to be allies for you to just to have like units come in and support the fight. I think it's sort of cool. It does make the campaign a little bit more difficult and a little bit weird at times, because you see allies, or you see two factions that shouldn't be allied essentially standing side by side. I feel like if they made it into a free-for-all battle, that'd be a lot more fun. But I would imagine, in fact, I bet it used to be a free-for-all battle, but they realized that the AI was not smart enough to handle that, so they just made them ally. Because if it was a free-for-all for a settlement, right, I could see the AI just totally aggroing onto itself, and then the battle just becomes trivial. So, yeah. But I would really like it if they did add some sort of free-for-all capability. You know, just as like a super rare situation that could happen. You'll just see like a spontaneous free-for-all happen. It'd be super rare, so it's not worth the development time, but I'd love it. But you like the unexpected additional spice? That's good to hear. You think it's a good improvement? Okay, yeah. I'd be down to say it's a good start. I'd be happy to see the system get worked on more, but in the end, it's not terrible. Now, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. All these guys are starting to pour in pretty hot down this side. If these ogres route, they could really just spill in and start capturing points, causing problems. So I'm going to commit some forces here to really try and prevent that. We'll also build a barricade, just in case the AI decides to sneak in through that alleyway. And then most of the fighting I want to be out in the open to buy time for my towers to get their shots off. The enemy of my enemy is also my enemy. But it also makes my enemies not my enemy. The logic's a bit weird, but hey, you know what? It's good enough. It's good enough for us. Would love free-for-all in campaign. Yeah, but I get why it isn't there. Do you guys know if there's a free-for-all quest battle? Because I feel like that would be the happy medium. I don't know. I still don't know how they would make it where it's fair, though. Because the player is super incentivized to just have the AI fight itself. And then there's no reason to really do anything other than that. So this fight's actually going pretty good for us. If I can land a few fireballs, we'll be really set. And oh, this could be good. And it wasn't that good. But you know what? That's totally fine. Over here, we do have a chameleon skink skirmishers coming along the way. They're not too bad since I think my cavalry and man-eaters can beat them up. And then all these guys are in terror route range. So let's go ahead and use our big terror bomb. And I think most of them should route, unless they have ITP. Have quest battle with required number of kills by the end. Oh, that'd be interesting. So you have to come out on top. Yeah, that would be, because most of the quest battles are just like, are pretty straightforward, right? I've seen CA with their more recent DLCs. They have made quest battles a little bit more, like, interesting. They've added some, like, you know, like, what's it like? I know Drycha's quest battle, he had to destroy obelisks or something like that. So that's pretty innovative. In general, I think they could they could really go pretty ham with the quest battle system, and that would be pretty hype. But then again, I don't know if that should be the main focus. Because quest battles are fun, but they're not like the biggest thing in Warhammer, really. Alright, sweet. Yeah, with this army over here routing, we're basically good to go. Ogre's actually performing quite well against the Lizardmen. Usually their infantry's pretty scary, but I guess the might of the Ogres is just too much. We also had some really nice positioning here for ourselves too. Oh, come on, don't cap my point. Don't you dare cap my point. Those skink skirmishers are being really annoying, but we should be fine. Do you plan on becoming a full-time streamer / content creator? Yes, yeah, that's the goal. Right now, I'm making part-time income. So I'm almost there. One of the reasons why I'm streaming right now too is so that I can make a little bit off of videos and a little bit off of streaming at the same time. And optimizing both so that I'm able to do them daily means that I could potentially get pretty close to full-time, but you know, it's a work in progress. One of the biggest things that I'm working on right now is securing sponsorships and working out those types of deals. So yeah, I'm working part-time at, like, I'm making part-time income as a YouTuber. Right now I don't have any other job. In terms of how much I work on YouTube, I'm working overtime every day, weekends included. But it's something that I'm passionate about, so I'm happy to work the hours. I used to be a software developer. Yeah, I worked at Honeywell for a little bit. Pretty large company too. They cover like a million different things. But yeah, it was pretty fun. But well, actually no, it wasn't that fun. It was just like a very cushy job where you could just mostly sit around all day and just get a bit of code done, which, while nice, was not exactly what I wanted to do for, 40 years and then retire. I sort of wanted to go a little bit more crazy with my life. So then I decided to go more all in on streaming. And I do not regret it. I don't regret it at all. It does mean that I have to, live at home and do all that, but that's totally fine. Yeah, though with a niche game, or maybe even you are already that. Oh yeah, no. For Warhammer's a little bit niche. I don't know. At some point, I might have to transition away from Total War. This is like probably 2 years from now, so not even close to. Like, don't worry about me abandoning Warhammer anytime soon. But yeah, there is a little bit of that where I might have to aim for bigger industries just to make it easier, right? And then after I've established a larger audience, then I can decide to branch out a little bit more freely. What did I want to do? I think I wanted to get my replenishment and then do this quest battle. There's a few ogres over there too. And whoa, what's going on here? Purple? It's Kislev? Kislev, what are you doing there? Is this Boris? No, I think that's just normal. That's Katerin. Madman. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and I think this area is secure enough, given that this settlement can just fight off waves and waves of Cathay and Lizardmen pretty easily. So instead, we're going to focus our efforts on all of this business over here. That's great that you decide to take a leap and give something new that you are interested in a try. I think some of the words there are a bit mixed up, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, in general, I have a lot of safety nets. That's the big thing. If you're going to do something like this, I would very much so recommend having a lot of ways to make sure that you're not going to bankrupt yourself. So I'm like living at home with my parents and so on, and that does make life much more stable than it would be normally. All right, pretty good. Do we have contracts? Nothing too great, but that's okay. Hey, Joe. Oh my gosh, Joe. Joe, you madman. Oh, thank you so much for the 50 pounds. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Joe, thank you so much. Just wanted to say thank you for your content. Although pretty sure I have got through your entire YouTube backlog by now. Dang, man. Thank you very much. It helps. It helps a lot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolute mad lad. Joe, you know, it's a minor thing, but yo, we can get Kathy on our side. That's pretty hype. If you know, if you want me to just name my entire army Joe, I will do it. Except for the two that have already been named. I don't know what else I can do for you. Do you want a settlement? Can I at least do that for you? Oh, obese chicken saying that's a quarter of my weight. Wow, a really obese chicken. You know, nothing against that, but dang. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yo, absolute legend. I know, man. Insane. Also, by the way, I don't know if donation sounds are playing. If it's super loud, I don't know how to make it quieter. So if you just heard a Silostra scream, that's why. But yeah. Joe's Town. Yeah, we can get a Joe's Town. I'd be down to do that. Great Hall of Joe. It can be done. We can rename our faction Joe. Although that's pretty big. You know, it's your call. Great Hall of Joe. I think that's a good default if he doesn't get back to us. Oh man. All right. Let's see. What are we getting? I'm keeping an eye on chat for that response. Yeah, we're getting our replenishment. Yes. I think Great Hall of Joe makes the most sense. Please rename the army to Joe Mama. Okay, Piers, I'll probably do that just because it's too great. It's too great not to do that. All right, you know what? We'll settle for Joe Mama and Great Hall of Joe. Sick. All right. It's a plan. It's a plan. All right, let's see here. Gorg. Gonna be, let's see here. Where's the rename button? There we go. Gorg. Joe Mama. There we go. And then we'll get the Great Hall of Joe going also. Amazing. And sick. All right, celebrations aside, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and keep on moving out. What's this? We got Gark Teeth Cracker. Interesting. Let's go ahead and meet him in the field of battle. But do we do the quest battle as Greases first? I think we want to ward this guy off. His name was actually Gorg. Yeah, apparently so. Are you from Quebec? I'm not from Quebec now. I am, my French is terrible. Even atrocious, some would say. Yeah, let's see, what's this? Fairly large Cathay army. I worry for this camp a little bit. But I'm willing to see how it plays out. What else do we got? You know, if this camp dies, it's sort of okay. I know it's sort of not okay. But whatever, we'll defend the settlement instead. Spirit of the Gorg. Yeah, rip you indeed. I can't believe we're noticing this now. Alright, what's this? This is a settlement battle. We do have a terracotta. Pretty terrifying, but they do lack in melee troops. So, with a bit of good positioning, I think we can win this. Can't be too bad. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Baguette. Yeah, I'm not super classy. I got not even a single... Well, actually, I guess if I am from Vietnam, then, you know, there's a little bit of the Frenchness there. Although that type of history I won't get into. Let's see, what do we got? So, terracotta's over here. Solo. Over here we got some infantry. Some more guys. Some more guys. The AI really likes to pepper themselves everywhere. It does actually make life harder though, so in that sense it does sort of work. I think I want to cover these 2 choke points here. This one here, I don't know. It depends on where these guys move to, really. I also have a bunch of Gnoblars that I could throw around. Let's see. The main goal is to shut down all of their melee troops. They are really spread out, so in theory it shouldn't be too hard. How about this? Some Gnoblars over here, just as delay tools, right? They're gonna stall out the enemy as long as they can, and then that should buy me some time to focus down these other pockets over here. Forward deployment of Gnoblars, also not a bad idea. Yeah, this is a camp. This here is a camp. Yeah, Sky Lanterns. Thankfully, they're not the AoE variety, or we'd be doomed. We'd be very doomed. I'm also going to grab this guy. He's going to help fight the cavalry. This cavalry is very difficult to kill without good armor piercing. And a forward Gnoblar into focus fire should be able to kill it. Doom Gnoblars greater than Doom Balloons. Yeah, some Doom Diver Gnoblars, if only. If only. So these guys, I think I actually just ignore, because they don't have any easy path into my settlements. So let's do something like this. Yeah, let's do something like this. We'll reinforce this side a little bit more, since this is a bit of a stronger force to take out, but I think this is good enough. Let's try it. I guess, yeah, these Jade Warrior crossbowmen could be a bit of a pain, but primary goal is taking out the cavalry. Cathay cavalry can be quite a bit of a nuisance. Over here, it's just some Jade Warriors and some spears. Much less scary for me. In terms of scaling, is this also your camera settings from multiplayer? Yes. It's exactly the same. Yeah, just because, wow, we took those guys out fast. Are you kidding me? That was pretty great. I don't like this, though. That's not good. I might send in 1 unit of Gnoblars just to take it out. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Isn't there a door in front of that group? Like, which one? These guys? Yeah, but they don't have an easy way to get to a capture point. That's my saving grace. Okay, back over here. Looks like these guys are occupied. This force, though, ended up doing a lot worse than I expected. Partially because of that artillery piece, which does hurt, but it will live. I think this point is the one that's going to be the most secure, so as soon as I can, I'll build a tower over there and try and hold that. And where's the tower at? There we go. Dang, look at that. That artillery's doing some work, though. We're going to have to play some Ring Around the Rosie with the AI, I believe. Not the end of the world, but a little bit sketchy. How about over here? Looks like we're doing well enough. And yeah, with these rallying guys, we should be fine. This is a little bit sketchy though, right? Especially given that we'll be on the verge of army losses almost constantly. So taking better engagements, or sort of avoiding fights, could probably be pretty important. Especially taking damage on my lord. We definitely don't want that to happen. What do you guys think, though? Do you think this is going to be a one battle, or you think it's going to be another loss? Usually when the balance of power looks like this, it's typically a loss, but you never know. I'm not liking how all of these guys are routing, though, but we'll live. Over here, yeah, no, this is totally doomed, isn't it? This is doomed unless we get our towers to get a lot of work done. I think, but this settlement didn't take too many investments. You say you believe, says Fulgrim. All right. Maybe I should have a bit more faith. Let's go ahead and rush these guys down. And then... well, we got 2 people that believe? You guys are madmen. You haven't been scarred enough by my other streams. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying as hard as I can. Let's go ahead and turn and fire. There we go. Hacks is saying it looks a little bit dire. Nice. Let's see. How many towers do I get off of this? You know, I can actually get quite a few towers. That's not too bad. This left flank did really well. Press X to doubt. Come on, live, darn you. This little pocket here is gonna win. And then we can get our Gnoblars to take out the artillery pieces. And you know what? The AI didn't capture this point. Maybe there's a chance, guys. Maybe there's a chance. I guess my primary goal right now is to not hit army losses. So we'll sort of focus on that. And then just avoid fights where we can. How about over here? How are things going? Not too terribly. We've taken out the Jade Warriors, which is a big plus. A Vampire Coast Gun line? Give me anything but Gnoblars and Nurgle Toads. And I think life gets a lot easier. Let's see, this is going pretty well. We'll continue the kite. Like I said, we want to be mostly avoiding damage. And as long as the terracotta is aggroed onto us, that could be a pretty easy possibility. Nice, there we go. Jade Warrior Halberds are routing, very good. Now we just have to take out this balloon, and then most of our troops should go invisible. One more volley from this thing's gonna hurt though, so let's try and dodge it. Yeah, so we're gonna dodge the artillery. Oh, it's a cannon piece. Interesting. These guys are just running for the hills, and these guys are also going to run for the hills. As long as the AI doesn't capture any points, you know, we do have a chance if they just keep waddling around. We may have glitched the AI into not attacking properly, which turns us into an army loss situation. Not terrible, not terrible. I'm still not calling it, I'm not giving myself a W, but it is not terrible. Oh, thank goodness, a few more javelins, we needed that. Oh, I don't like that these guys are routing off the map, though. That's not good. How are my towers doing, though? That's a real question. Oh, man, this could be possible. You know, if I were to try this battle again, if we just overloaded one side, and if I knew the AI wasn't going to go for capture points, we might have actually, it could have been a pretty solid win. There's a problem here. This balloon could kill my lord if I'm not careful. We have to watch out for that. But there we go. There goes another balloon. Balance of power, though, hates us. The only thing keeping us here is the fact that army losses only kicks in now. Dang it. Dang it. So close. Oh, how far are we from scrap launchers? We have them. We have them. Oh my gosh. It was this right here. This bad boy. Wow, Bubba's Big Boss with the $10? This is for Easter. And also a name, Bubba Quebec Separatist, in honor of Canada's can't even read. In honor of Canada's dumbest political movement. I remember that. But yeah, big F's for our lord over there. That's a shame. That's a big shame. Flappable Steak, what a name. Happy to have you here. Hello, hello. You came out at a good time. Yes, we're declaring war on the Ice Court. Yeah, the Endless Tide of Cathay is pretty scary. They've been really hammering into our mountains, but on the other hand, it has also given us pretty good relations with Chaos. There is a chance that we will be able to recruit Chosen in this campaign, so that's pretty good. And we have these Gnoblar scrap launchers, which is pretty nice. What, Bubba? You wanted a settlement named? Here, I'll give you this minor settlement over here. Here we go. What? You want it to be Bubba Quebec. There we go. I think we got all the spelling right. All right. Sweet. All right. I'm giving you this this unbuilt settlement because right now it's pretty sketchy. I imagine it'll be trading hands pretty often, so I think that's pretty fitting. First things first, let's go ahead and push Cathay out of our lands. Where did they even come from? I think they came from down this path. Alternatively, we ignore them. Ignore the our mini settlement over here. And just take out this ogre faction. Because they're not too hard to to go ahead and finish off. Oh man, this entire mountain range is a bit of a pain though. Hey, Stuz Etraz. Hello, welcome. I would like to take the Firemouth. Actually, what I would like to do, I think it's time, guys. I think it's time we replace this guy with Greasus. And then we're gonna do this quest battle since all the armies near us are pretty weak. Here, what's it? Do you want to be a scrap launcher or a trapper, STZ? Give your choice and we'll figure it out after this battle. So this time I think we can win this battle because we do have these scrap launchers now and a couple ogres. Before it was a lot worse, but this should be all right. Yeah, only outpost ally units. That's why we have the glorious 4 ogres, but that's our max. You pressed disband? Did I? Is that what happened? What's it? You just want me to say sus? I can do that. Grease is looking a bit sus. All right. Oh, how do you replace a lord again? Oh, yeah. You go into their actual character page, and then you boot them. You click the boot button, and then they'll go into... they'll be gone for 4 turns, and they'll come back later. Yeah. But I'm 99% sure that you get to keep them. All right, here we go. We've already seen the cutscene once, so we don't got to watch that again. So, here's the thing. This army, pretty scary, despite looking pretty small. The problem with them is that they have a bunch of stealth goblin archers that will outtrade my Gnoblar trappers. So, obviously, that's one thing that we have to worry about. But if we can just sort of kite away from them with our scrap launchers, they might not be as much of an issue. Grease is gonna move up too, and he's gonna go and try and draw most of their fire. Yeah, they do have a big spider that's gonna show up on the battlefield, and it will cause a few issues here and there. Admittedly, it will be a bit of a difficult thing to take out, but I trust in Greasus's power to take it out. Greasus. All right. And where are those goblins? I want them to show up so I can hit them with my scrap launchers. And there's the reinforcements. So this army I just have to kill as fast as possible, essentially. I still don't see where the other guys are. Interesting. Let's go ahead and move forwards with the scrap launchers. These guys are gonna go like this. And then I need to turn all of these guys around. I should have done this earlier, but you know what? It's fine. We can do it quickly. There we go. They're going to turn face and start dealing with that. Yeah, there we go. There's the million goblins I was talking about. Yeah, we want to hit these guys up real fast. There we go. Meanwhile, over here, these guys can fight spiders decently well. I'm not too worried about that, except for the Arachnarok, which we'll need to get Greasus to deal with. And over here, very nice scrap launchers. Scrap launchers annihilating those goblins. Very good. Nice. At some point, Blackworks are going to show up too. We'll have to deal with them. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though. Wow, look at that. Huge route. These scrap launchers. I gotta say, one of the best investments that I've made in the campaign. They really did well for themselves. Not bad. The funny thing is that this battle is super easy if you just have like a 20 stack of basic ogres. But now we have to suffer a little bit. Still though, that went really, really well. Those guys are gonna rally, they'll be back. But the scrap launchers, they won't do much by fighting these guys. They'll do much better just sort of harassing these goblins for the rest of the battle. So that lets me divert my ogres over here to assist. We also have black orcs in the distance. Not too much of an issue. Come on, Grease, let's get to that spider. And there we go. First time you played, the reinforcements didn't advance. Oh, I see. Yeah, the reinforcements didn't advance. I saw in my in my head-to-head free-for-all campaign the reinforcements also didn't move forwards. I think it was just some sort of weird bug, but yeah, it definitely makes life a whole lot easier. Here we go, big fight against the spider. I think Greasus wins it, given that he has the charge and support from his allies. Over here, looks like we're doing good. Yeah, I think we can win this quest battle. I'm doing this mostly because there's a pretty sick item that you get from it that makes public order way better. And then after that, I don't really need Greasus ever again, except for portals. So, yeah, that's the main reason why I'm doing this. But I'd much rather have the other Lord, just because he's a really strong caster. And look at that, spider's going down. I think we're good here. I might have lost an ogre unit though, but nothing that isn't replaceable. And time to hammer some black orcs. Look at that, spider's on the run. Gonna chase it down with a few Gnoblars, heal up the big man himself. And then we're more or less set, except for a few rallying goblins. Oh man, this went way better than the last time we played this battle. All of those stealth goblins annihilated us last time. And then the cavalry came. We didn't even see the black orcs. And then the stream died. It was not a great time at all. So I'm very happy that we managed to get it this time around. Do you have to manually accept allied quest missions to get the points? I think you do, yeah. But you know, it's not too hard, right? Just gotta click them buttons and you're good. Just gonna slow all of these guys down. Now this is still a little bit sketchy because we have to pull away with our scrap launchers to get into position. But maybe one volley on these black orcs is enough. I'd use Greasus to fight black orcs, but he's actually he's surprisingly bad at that. There we go, pretty big volley coming on in, and it does decent enough damage. Let's keep running away with these Gnoblars. But yeah, I should probably start doing a few allied missions. I imagine there's some of them that aren't too difficult to do. Yeah, they routed my internet. It was painful. It was painful. Look at this, and even after all of those huge hits, balance of power is dead even. I think it's mostly because my scrap launchers are taking a bit of damage. Here we go. Greasus is gonna 1v1 this orc war boss. Can't be too bad of a fight. And then nice. These guys are routing. What's your opinion on scrap launchers versus iron blasters? I think iron blasters are better in almost every way. The only reason you would want a scrap launcher instead of an iron blaster is if you plan to shoot over terrain like forests and stuff, because a scrap launcher can run into a couple line of sight issues. But it's so much better in every way. You should basically just go for your you should just get an iron blaster instead. Yeah, scrap launchers are pretty jank. Hey Phil, hello. How's it going? How are the scrap launchers doing for me? Amazingly. They're actually they're not dying instantly. Also, speaking of dying instantly, Greasus is getting absolutely destroyed. Greasus, come on, man, not like this. Yeah, let's pull him away from this orc war boss. But yeah, scrap launchers helped us win this quest battle. Without them, we definitely would have gone overrun by goblins. So definitely happy to have them here. Nice, we're just gonna do a big old pivot. Big old right click on these black orcs. Gonna get a big old line of sight issue and... Oh my gosh, look at that. They always do the weird pivot thing. Come on, just get a fire off. Yeah, the thing about iron blasters, I think they maneuver a bit better than scrap launchers too. I've noticed that they've had a bit of a sort of weird spinny action that they do when they can't get an easy enough shot off. There we go. There's the volley I'm looking for. Gnoblars only means no agents. Yes, that is correct. We have no agents. So this is going a little bit sketchy, especially with Greasus getting sort of wrecked here. I do still have these ogres, and I think they're going to be saving me here. I accidentally cleaved through some of my own Gnoblars, unfortunately. Oh boy, Greasus, you're gonna pull back. You're gonna pull back. Oh my gosh, look at that, another big route. I need to kill off that spider, I think. And then let's get these guys. We're gonna send them into melee. There we go. And then we're just gonna kite the rest of the infantry. Okay, you know, actually, maybe we haven't won this battle yet. We'll see. We'll see. If the spider goes down, life should be a lot easier. Since I'll still have 2 ogres. And then for the single entities, I think my goblins or my Gnoblars will be enough to finish them off. These guys are gonna need to split up, and then I'm going to micro them individually. That should make it a fair bit easier landing shots with them. Here we go. First things first. Oh wait, they all have melee mode on. Let's turn that off. And then let's get our shots off. Actually, you know what? That one can run into melee. Why not? Yeah, we can start cycle charging. They are technically chariots. Gnoblar only ancillaries? Is it? Ancillaries, I think. I think that's close enough to how you're supposed to say it. For that one, probably not, just because it's too much of a pain to manage. But that would be pretty hilarious. And actually, that reminds me, I should probably sell a few of those to get some gold back. Okay, here we go. Can we get a shot off without annihilating Greasus? I sure hope so. I really do hope so. And is that spider? It's still running off. That's good. That's very good. Oh man, all of these campaigns, they always devolve into a big old kite fest, don't they? Oh, did we lose a scrap launcher? I think we accidentally lost a scrap launcher. What is this? Oh my gosh, we lost a scrap launcher? Oh my gosh, did we lose McRider Face? We might have lost McRider Face. We'll pretend that that's not the case. You know, maybe he just routed off. You never know, right? Oh no. Oh no, not McRider Face. Fingers crossed we didn't. Oh boy. Oh man, that goblin. That goblin. There we go. Croesus, as long as he can land a few hits, we're fine. Most of these guys are routing now. That's good. I think we've finally gotten to a point where we're looking a little bit more stable now. And then we can just proper kite these guys back. Croesus thankfully being able to kill off that their lord. It's a big plus. And how's our ammunition looking for these guys? It's not too great. We should have enough ammo to kill off this lord. But only just. I think we're going to turn off fire at will on our Gnoblars. And then we're going to use our scrap launchers to kill all the infantry first. Yeah, but it looks like we've won this. I'd be willing to bet money that we've won this. Although there's no way I can do that on stream. Looks like yep, very nice volley on those black orcs. We'll focus on the largest blob of them. And then we're going to start getting into position to gun this guy down with our Gnoblars. There we go. And yeah, just focus the Lord only is the plan. That was a pretty bad volley from the scrap launchers, but what can you do? Okay, and we can start splitting up. There's another Lord here. I don't want to risk him causing too many issues, so I am going to rush him down too. Or I am going to use a bit of ammunition on him. As much as I don't want to. I just don't want him to get a lucky hit on Croesus or something. So that would be very, very bad. There we go. Scrap launchers are great for cycle charging also. There we go. I think they do have a bit of anti-infantry. That's gonna save me. Okay, next up are these squig hoppers. These guys are out of ammo, so it doesn't matter if they get charged by squig hoppers. And, oof, come on, don't die to goblins. Don't die to goblins. Gonna pull that one out of there and then just keep on cycle charging. Man, this is a sketchy battle, isn't it? This is a very sketchy battle. I'm liking the difficulty though. We've lost another scrap launcher, but that's okay. We've routed off these goblins enough times for them to shatter. Very good. And thank goodness these chariots aren't moving. If those chariots were actually moving properly, then that'd be the end of us for sure. Okay, nice. Back to firing at these black orcs. And what's Greasus doing? Leadership buff. And we'll do this to rout off the goblins. Sweet. Sweet. We're getting there. I don't want to play this battle again. Let's see, these guys are going to pull back. And then we'll keep going. Dang, there's another unit of black orcs at full HP. Okay, well they need to eat a face full of lead real quick. For the crown. Yeah, yo, this crown's really important. I don't want to get infinite rebellions, you know? There we go. Okay. That was a good scrap launcher volley. These guys are just running for their lives, and then... Do I need the ammo for the Lord? That's the big question. Because if I can just shoot these nasty skulkers, then they just won't be an issue at all. Maybe I can squeeze between them. Oh, Nolan's getting banned. I don't know what you typed, but apologies, good sir. Yeah, Nightbot can sometimes be pretty hot if you go out of its restrictions. Unless Nolan was a bot, you know, you never know. Maybe he was the bot. Alright, here we go. We got a little bit of a volley on that Black Orc Big Boss, and then this one onto those. Or he's not a Black Orc Big Boss, he's just an Orc War Boss is all. Crown will be worth it. Yeah, he'll be worth it. He'll be worth it. Oh man, we lost one of our scrap launchers. That hurts a bit, but still good. Oh my gosh, I walked them into Black Orcs. That's not great. At this point right now, I think we're pushing army losses soon. I very much have to make sure that that doesn't happen. So getting easy pickings is sort of the main goal at the moment. And making sure that nothing routes is pretty big too. Oh man, look at that. The Black Orcs are coming in to help defend them. These guys are just going to pull back. And then I think this scrap launcher can almost get another volley off at these Black Orcs. There we go. And we even routed off some goblins. That's a big plus. You think that might have been it? Nightbot was way too quick to ban. Yeah, we'll see if Nolan types in more. I think you had too many exclamation points. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, sorry about that. See, the thing is, I should take another look at Nightbot and tone it down a bit. Because in general, chat is not nearly spammy enough for it to really matter. Like the biggest thing about Nightbot is I want it to be tight enough where I don't get those other spam bots. You guys know the ones I'm talking about. Oh dang, we're gonna lose some Gnoblars here. We're gonna lose a few Gnoblars. Hopefully it's fine. We've slowed these guys down a bit, so they might actually they might not be too much of a problem. And actually, if I can chase down a few of these routing units to get a heal on Greasus, then we're well away from army lossing. So, sort of chasing down these nasty skulkers is actually very important here for me. Let's do that. Let's do that while these guys shell out some Black Orcs. Praise Slanesh. We can praise Slanesh in our own time, okay, guys? On stream is not the time to praise Slanesh. Okay, nice. We're building this up very quickly. We only need like 75 kills. I think like this one's like 150 or something. But running down those few Gnoblars should do it. The Black Orcs getting... No, not like this. No, come on, don't. Come on, don't you dare. Oh my goodness. What? What? No. Oh my gosh, we had it. We had it. There were just a couple misplays. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. That's brutal. We didn't praise Slanesh enough, apparently. Oh, we lost 2 scrap launchers. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's the second time we've lost this campaign battle. But we will be back. I was planning for a 2-hour stream anyway, so I guess now's a good time to end it. This is what happens with, yeah, Slanesh just dunked me there. We also lost McWriterface. Big loss. Brutality. Absolute brutality. Well, you know what? Quest battle's done. Obviously, we need more scrap launchers. We'll get there eventually, guys. Thank you for watching. This is painful. But you know these campaigns. Sometimes this is how it be. We roll with the punches. And on the plus side, we have these bad boys. They're our allies. We can't build an outpost there just yet, which is too bad. Real quick, I'll check if I can build an outpost here. Because if I can... Oh, no, we're not allied enough. Yeah, if I can get Cathayan units, that would be a pretty big plus, but... There we go, that's where we're at for now. Peace out, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, since you are in chat, Stizeltraz, I'll give you a Gnoblar. Let's see. I missed if you picked a unit, but this should be good enough. There we go. Alright, peace out, guys. I'll be streaming at the same time tomorrow. Maybe my co-op campaign, maybe not. Bye-bye.